Let me begin. Let me begin by saying that when we talk of mining, mining is increasingly in Nigeria becoming an everybody's football match. Virtually everybody who has a few million naira to spend, a few $1 million to launder, now decide he has one way of doing it to become a miner or to go into mining. The policies are well laid out. I happen to have been involved in the drawing up the acts, even at the state chairman, being the chairman of the solid minerals think tank on solid minerals during the long time, some 20 something years ago. And the policies are very clear. The act is very clear as to who does what. What is happening is that so many people are beginning to do what other people are supposed to do. And at times on a very selfish note. Regarding the issue of states trying to complain, is because most of the mining licenses were not followed, due processes were often not followed in issuing these licenses. People carry their briefcases in the offices, especially former public officers. And I've been around, I've seen former permanent secretaries calling and telling me, oh, I have so many mining licenses. Don't even know the difference between an exploration license and a mining license. And he brings it all out. And I said, okay, where are the coordinates of this license? He doesn't know. Where are the things? They don't have. And the important thing is that the license has been issued to them to carry about. It becomes a briefcase miner. And then just like you see people in lands in Abuja, some people are owning almost all the sea of O's in Abuja, carrying them about. Now, when it comes to actual mining, they're supposed to do due diligence. They're supposed to also have community consent. They're supposed to meet with the communities. You're supposed to meet with them to even sign up for you. And then finally, of course, you need the state where you'll be operating to know what you're coming to do. Because when the crisis begins, it's the state that is supposed to intervene. The state has got to pay the bill. So a lot of these so-called people claim, so I hear someone talking about having 100 and something trucks. I wonder where it will be parked. It will occupy an entire village. And I hear someone talking about this. Yes, of course. If the state finds out that you enter the state to start kind of investment, and you not register with the state investment company, you do not even the government may not even have known that there is such companies existing, and then you float what you call a mining license. The mining, yes, I know, mining licenses are critical. Under the Constitution, the federal government has a right over all such things as petroleum, solid minerals. The C of O's are issued by states on behalf of the federal government. If things are done properly, these conflicts will not exist. The person who has been stopped from mining by a state possibly has not paid any income tax to the state, possibly has not even done any CSR, any community social responsibility project, and may never even have had a proper EIA. They carry about, I've seen people carry about what they call, in my period, in the short time I've been in this industry, I've seen people carry about what they call environmental compliance. Environmental compliance is not the same thing as doing a proper environmental impact assessment, because mining impacts extensively on the environment. And many of them are then open up. Look at Jos. The abandoned pits in Jos have been swallowing people. I'm happy DG mentioned it. A lot of people have been dying. It is because the follow-up to whatever mining activity that took place there that would have been accommodated in the EIA and then environmental management plan was not done. And if I ask, some people bring EIA, I've seen someone bring me an EIA. I'm a chairman of Imirenco. And someone brought me an EIA, brought me EIA, brought me what he called community consent and so on, not knowing that the town, the community he's talking about, is my own community. A position I hold in the community, somebody else's picture was on it. And this is a very major international company from Asia. The traditional ruler's picture was not the traditional ruler. The chairman of the local government's picture was not the chairman of the local government picture. Pictures are painted and put together. And I said, which is the company that gave you this report? I want to pick them up. And I want to bring in the police. I agreed also some state officials are also there for their own pockets. It's become everybody's game. Everybody wakes up, I'm going to stop those people, the illegal miners. Goes there, you give him 10,000 naira, he puts in his pocket for the weekend and he goes away. There is need for us to now come together. There is need, for example, I'm organizing one in Anambra, in Oka. That's part of what I'm doing now, planning for in July, where we bring together all the stakeholders, bring together the communities, the local government chairman, also part of the problem. Even the federal minister of mines, federal minister of solid minerals, also part of the problem. Bring them all together. Let's all come together and then map out a way of achieving this thing, which is important. Less emphasis is being placed on fossil fuels. This country cannot grow or sustain itself if mining is not done done properly and in a very sustainable manner. At the moment, I doubt if we're actually mining. What is happening in Zamfara is a child's play to what is happening in some other places. People are digging up areas where you have uranium. In Benue, we win with the sign. You see the sign there by NNRA. And people are digging all that up and creating future deaths in this country. We need to sit down together, come together, not as talk show, but this time as people who don't want to talk, sit down and say these and these and these are the problems. The states and the federal government.
Yes.